And we should be ready to go. Alrighty. Hello everyone, and welcome back to Points of Light. And I am Northern Nog, and yet again, I am the Dungeon Master for Dungeons and Dragons. So, last time we had this session together, like 2 weeks ago, because real life got in the way. And also want to make an announcement, like I did on Twitter, that Shadowhawk, who is Bree Cliffwood, the human fighter with the Battlemaster subclass, will be taking a bit of a hiatus from the campaign until sometime around December. Hopefully that, yeah. Oh, yeah, and I hope that he'll be able, because, you know, school, work, that sort of thing, real life stuff. We wish him the best, and we hope he'll be back by then. So, who's up for a bit of a recap?
Oh, fun.
So, you've been summoned to the Star Peaks Observatory via a letter, and you've been summoned to a village called. I really gotta keep track of my notes. Yeah. Something's going on at the Star Peaks Observatory, and a letter has been sent to each of you. You accepting the invitation, and the lightning rail has brought you over to a village, called Tira's Vigil, where strange things has been going on, with shipments and everything. You ask around what's been going on, and they point you, and the villagers point you over to the observatory. And as it turns out, the cause of all of this turns out to be Orac's mate, Galisha, who is the reason why he has been out of the demon wastes. Is that true?
Yes.
Just want to make sure. So, motivated by this, you set out to the mountains almost immediately. However, on the way, you've encountered a pack of overworldly of creatures that did not seem to be from this world, perhaps. Called the Mordio. They appear to be cannibalistic monsters, a lot of the Wendigos that attack you, Celeste, worst of all, who they consider to be a snack. Literally.
More ways than one.
Yeah, more ways than one, indeed. You're able to easily dispatch you dispatch these creatures, and you made your way up to the observatory. The one who has sent the letter, Ilda, is relieved to see you there, but is kind of surprised by the lack of Cole, who has taken it upon himself to find what has remained of the Elysium engine. He's a bit angry about that. Bit angry. Bit of an understatement right there, no?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you went inside and you notice that some of the most of the researchers seem to be a bit out there. That, like, they're not quite themselves. Yeah. You were able to like look around the place and figure out a bit of find an opening deep inside. Not only did you take Ilda with you, but you also able to bring one of the two more lucid more lucid researchers. It throws the head researcher. Yeah, through a bit of pulse over with the telescope and everything, you entered, and that is where we continue where we pick off. So give me a second while I get this up. With the door now opened, the mountain depths are revealed. And you are given a stage to climb down into the mountains through a mysterious enchanting tunnel. The stone is almost black in the darkness, but it seems to glitter with a faint gold when the torch's light dances along the surface. You find that the single source of light is a beam of moonlight, unspooling to the depths and coaxes him inward. It appears to be reflecting off the surfaces as you make your way inward. Or alrighty. So, as you just stand, what would you like to say amongst yourself?
Celeste is just looking around, white knuckle grip on her gatekeeper staff, because she's a little paranoid from her she's still muttering to herself,
You are still what? So you're kind of
so glad Mama brought her. Celeste is on high alert and her head's on a swivel.
Lonnie's more just not all that concerned. They are going to keep at a steady pace. Maybe do an Arcana check to examine to see if there's any significance to the gold seams.
Go ahead and roll an Arcana check.
All right, 23.
Give me a second. It appears to be the way that the lights seem to be reflected. It appears to be magically curved downward, as if it's being pulled towards its destination by a force you somehow cannot see.
What's going on now? Sorry, my chat got disconnected for some reason.
Oof. Yeah, so I'll repeat. Do you want me to repeat, or?
Please.
Yeah. The light seems to be magically curving downward, as if it's being pulled towards its destination by some unseen force.
The light of our light source is being. The light is being yanked. What the Celeste is? What the heck is going on here?
Time is an illusion and space is warped.
Space. Mike Nelson. Space is warped and time is bendable.
Orak?
I'm pretty much the same mind as the others, just kind of wondering what the heck is going on. But more kind of what has what has she gotten herself in? What has Glasha gotten herself into?
Alrighty, so give me a second. Alrighty. So, the first true room that the tunnel expands into is laden with dark stalagmites. Each movement and sound seems to echo 1,000 times off the jagged surfaces in the small room, which is only 45 feet by 25 at its widest. Your careful movement along the slick floors, uneven flooring, and gleaming obstructions is interrupted by heavy heavy footsteps and two low snarls. You stop in your tracks, and ahead of you, you see what appears to be two Yeti, just like stopping around the place, scanning the environments, like they didn't see you yet. What do you do?
Just random Yeti just being there?
Just two random Yetis. Yep.
kind of look to the others and go, do you think we can get past them?
Lonnie would be all for that, although they now wish they'd prepared invisibility.
Yeah, Celeste is starting to wish she wasn't such a showy glamour puss.
I guess we could try to make stealth checks to get by.
Go ahead. And Ildis looks on a little nervous, just clinging onto what appears to be a scroll and her knife in her hand.
Okay. So 14
At
plus
least
2,
I got-
17.
At least I got a +3 dexterity modifier. So.
Well, I have to roll a disadvantage, so...
Oof.
What do you roll?
17 with a +3. That's a dirty 20.
Well, one was a natural 20.
Oh!
Unfortunately, the other one... Unfortunately, the other one was a 6, so that's 8.
With a little bit of help from Lonnie and the others, you're able to like quiet your steps despite how clunky your armor is. Yet it did not notice you as you passed through the room. You go through another tunnel, and you go through another tunnel, and eventually leads to what appears to be over room, lit only by a steady stream of moonlight. Walls in this room are quite different. The golden glow on the rocks pull together to create constellations that encircle the space. The harsh air seems to hum of warmth as you step in. This room is far darker than the last, but as you can move toward the center, the images on the walls will come to life in the darkness, and the sense that you are within something vast and eternal overwhelms you. The shimmering surfaces, once smatterings and strange trails of gold, now gathered into celestial shapes that near dance under the dim light. So, do any of you seem to recognize what sort of pattern it follows?
To make a Arcana or a History check, I guess.
History check, go ahead.
History, that's something I'm trained in, so I will make that check as well.
Unfortunately, you just rolled a 6, so that's a 17.
I rolled a 10, and that's a 15 for me.
There's you recognize it to be star constellations, and yes, it appears to be another puzzle.
Oh boy.
And Widow appears in Code of Celestial writing, something that you recognize, Celeste. Hey, your name's
Finally, my ability to read and speak Celestial comes in handy.
Yeah. So, you'll basically succeed on the wisdom perception checks. Because you kind of recognize, Actually, roll perception check.
Okay. Luckily. Yeah, it's not something. Perception's not something I'm trained in, but luckily I have a +4 wisdom modifier. And does a 23 do anything?
Yes. You recognize these lines. You recognize these lines, and it appears to be a riddle. The first, that is which ends it all. The second, a long muse's call. The third, a rigid line of stone. The fourth, a gilded, beckoning throne. The fifth corrupts. The sixth enchants. The seventh makes. The eighth a chance. The ninth and 10th stand mark opposed. The last, a light the more glows. So give me a second while I type this all down. As you discuss your...
The 8th? The eighth makes. Celeste.
It's the eighth
Yeah,
chance.
Oh no. Well, no. Which one was the one that makes? Because that
We
one.
really typed it down,
Because
man.
that one is. Okay. Because the one that makes has her thinking of House Cannith, the House of Making. Celeste is thinking that this may be a reference to dragon marks.
Not exactly. With Lonnie's history check, it refers to different terms. Like I said, I'll be the last lights, the more it grows. Oh, I hate it when I make typos. And now, Esther. Okay, so AASTIN and efficient trade. Astil Abor wealth. Yeah. Astil Abor and wealth. Bahamut. Protection and good fortune. Just want to let you know what. Okay, Chronopisis. Apologies if I mispronounced it. Fate and prophecy. Flasher. Yeah. Asturian, infection and trade. Astilla Labor, wealth. Bahamut, protection and good fortune. Chronopis, fate and prophecy. Foul.
All right.
Death
All right.
and
Dragon
decay.
constellations.
Yeah. Garax, chaos, and destruction. Illa, humor. Io, magic and knowledge. Lendias, justice and law. Tamara, life. These are the constellation. And Tiamat, greed and power. You have to figure out what order to put these into that corresponds with each line of the riddle.
First is which ends it all, so that would be. I want to say that's either Falzior or Chronepsis.
Chronepsis. Thank you. That's how it's pronounced. Thank you. So, which one?
Well, yeah. Chronepsis is a Just think Chronos.
Alright. So, which one would you put in the first line?
Probably Falazor, I would assume.
Yeah, I would go for Falazor myself.
Okay, Falazor. Okay, I'll put in Falazor as the first. Alrighty. Second, Alone Muse's Call.
What I'm gonna say is halal.
Halal. Thank you. That's how it's pronounced. Okay, halal. Does anyone agree or no? Yeah, you touch Balasher first, and then halal second. What would be the third one? The third awakened line of stone.
Probably Lendis.
Lindis. You touch it and it glows.
Fourth, a gilded beckoning throne. That seems to be a reference to wealth. So I'm going to say that's Astalabor.
Astalabor. Okay. Fifth. The fifth corrupts.
Probably either. I would assume Tiamat.
Alright. So,
Sixth and chance, that would be, yeah, that's a reference to magic. So number 6 would be Io.
right. So what do you pick for the 5th one again? Just want to make sure.
Imat.
Yeah.
Okay, you touch the next 2 constellations. The 7th makes.
The 7th
the
makes would be Asterinian,
Yeah.
dragon god of invention.
The 8th's a chance.
Probably Bahamut
Okay.
for fortune.
Oh yeah, good. Bahamut would be that one.
The 9th and 10th stand stark opposed.
Hmm. Oh, we just wasted. We should have gone with Chronepsis for the first one because I want to say 9 and 10 are Falazure and Tamara. Oh, life and death.
Would you like to try again?
Yeah,
As you finish the order, nothing happens.
So we'll do what we did before, but we'll switch out the first one.
Alrighty, so what would the first one be again?
The first is that which ends it. Is it all? That could be a reference to fate, so that could be Chronepsis.
Okay, you touch Clepsis, it glows.
Okay, the second, a lone muse's call. That's still Halal. Third, a rigid line in stone. That's still Lendis. The fourth, a gilded beckoning throne. That's still Astalabor. Fifth corrupts Tiamat because power corrupts. The sixth enchants. That's Io, magic. Seventh makes Asterinian. Invention. The eighth's a chance, Bahamut. That's good fortune. The 9 and 10th stand stark opposed. That would be Falazure, death, and Tamara, life.
Alrighty, the 8th, the last lights, the more it glows.
Oh boy.
I did mention Garrick's Chaos and Destruction.
That is true. And Chaos does feed on itself.
So,
And Garrick's is the only one we haven't used yet.
So, yeah, let's go for it.
mostly, still, nothing happens.
Okay, we got one of...
Atros approaches you. You're quite close, but maybe you might want to rearrange some of them. You got Lindis, Alcivor, Tiamat, Io, Asmanian, Bahamut, Vasher, and Tamara right. That is sure, Tamara. You can put them in either order. Chronopsis. No, you got that wrong. First is that which ends it all. What does that sound like to you?
The problem is that's all subjective, since death, chaos, or time can all be seen as things that end it all. So it could rationally be any of them. But if it wasn't the initial choice, then it will probably be a Garrick's as the chosen ending, and perhaps Fate and Prophecy as the thing that'll light some more it grows.
Yeah, Lonnie, with a little bit of help from Ilda, you were able to touch Garrick's and Chronopsis. Chronopsis, thank you. Oh, my brother's not gonna let this one down. Alrighty.
Lonnie does point out this whoever invented this riddle was should have probably thought about it a bit more, since it is a little bit too much subjective.
Badly written.
Yep.
Yeah, you touch. Okay, and you rearrange a little bit back in the order. Lendis next, right? Astilabor, is that right? Yeah. Yeah, Astilabor, and then you touched Tiamat next, right? Hello? This one?
Yeah.
Io.
4. Yeah, 4 is Astilabor. 5th is Tiamat. 6 is Io. 7 is Astrorinian. 8 is Bahamut. 9 and 10 are Falazure and Tamara.
And the last one. The last one is yeah. All that's left on you now is Allah. And touch that. And once you touch Illa last, the door on the other side of the room rumbles open to another tunnel. And the constellations are gleaming now. You figure out the puzzle.
Oh joy, and another dark, scary tunnel.
Lonnie points out, who would actually guard rooms like this? They would have to do this puzzle every single time they have to go through the door.
Well, they probably have it written down. They probably have it written down on a scratch piece of parchment or something.
She's more concerned about just the time wasted. That would take a long time to just add it up.
Yeah, you walk down in a similar tunnel, and eventually you find yourself in another oval-shaped room. This one immense. Very immense. Still a dark black with glittering gold-like stars that continues to climb into the mountain. Only noticeable about it is the emptiness is, again, the moonlight that pierces through the fastness and disappearing through the far door. And as you enter, you find yourself light, and you find yourself drifting around. Whoa! I would like each of you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
And I'll be rolling for Ilda as well. So give me a second.
Yeah, good thing I'm
Is
proficient
anyone-
with dexterity save.
Is anyone within 10 feet of me?
I
Yes.
sure am.
Yeah, we're
Yes. Ilda rolled an 18. Nice.
yeah. What's the bonus we get for standing within 10 feet of you there, Auroch?
Plus 4.
Okay,
18, so
that's
22. Etros rolls 22, 26. They managed to
17.
keep them afloat from away.
And Auroch's bonus makes it a 21 for me.
Alrighty, you managed to keep yourself away from the God damn it, from the spikes above. You managed to keep yourself away from these floating golden stars that are in your path. And as you pass by them, these hovering stars explode.
Oh dear.
And you feel yourself a bit of a blast as each of you take 2 points of damage. Cool.
Ow!
Okay.
Yeah, well, that just brings me down to 30 hit points. So I'm not at my maximum, but you know, I'm still chugging.
Yeah, still chugging. So okay, so Ilda is at 38 hit points. And she like oof. As she felt a bit of a blast from the radiant. Yeah, radiant damage, by the way, radiant damage.
Oh.
Yeah, radiant damage.
Oh. How much damage would I take? Because I'm an ASMR. I've got
1
resistance
damage.
to...
Yeah, 1
one
damage.
damage.
Yeah, 1 damage. Cool.
Well, I barely felt that.
Celeste felt a bit of a tickle, a relatively painful tickle, but a tickle all the
Yeah, Celeste felt a slight pinch.
Yes, you felt a slight pinch. That's right, a slight pinch.
Yeah, she's an ASMR. She's got resistance to both radiant and necrotic damage.
Yeah. It was yeah. All you felt at worst is a bit of equivalent of a bit of a painful pinch. It hurts, but not too. It's not too bad.
I took one point of damage from those exploding stars.
Yeah. As you make do you make your way to the door? As you see all these they look a little these little stars look a little pretty when they explode, and they still look pretty when they're not exploding. As you go near the door, and I would like each of you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Is it a magical effect?
It doesn't say.
Would it logically be a magical effect?
Yes. I would say yes.
Again, plus 4 to your saving throw.
Yep.
Yeah, again with +4, so 10, 14, my wisdom. Yeah, that'll be an 18 for me.
Rolling with advantage and with Oroc's bonus gives me a nice, lovely 29 to my save.
Nice.
I got 22.
Yeah, whatever you're feeling, you feel a little tired, but manage to shake it off. Look, as you reach the door, you wait a little bit and you realize that, Itoros and Ilra...
Sorry, I'm trying to resist the urge to break out into song here.
Yeah, you find that Itoros and,
I'm just gonna shake it off.
Yeah, you find that your two other companions haven't caught up to you yet, and as they go near you, they seem to doze off for a bit before they shake it off. What? What? Ilda says what? Oh. I'm sorry, I must have dozed off. It was like, oh, same here. Oh.
Yeah, Celeste is helping these two to their feet because, that's what Celeste does. Big mom energy.
Celeste, I actually like you to roll an insight check.
Alright. Oh, hey, insight is something I'm proficient with. Nice.
Yeah.
I get a +7 on that roll, and I roll a 16. A 7, that's a 23 all day.
You notice that they also seem to be affected by whatever has taken effect on you. I hear last thing I heard before I blacked out, says the head researcher. I heard a voice, and then next thing I know, I dreamt of a vision.
Celestial clockwork. Music of the spheres.
This is what he says, like a vision of stars being snuffed out, one by one by one.
Oh dear.
Don't worry about me. I'll be fine.
Could Lonnie attempt to identify the effect?
Doesn't seem to be, go ahead and roll Arcana check. Sorry, I was kind of right up in my mic. Sorry.
Alright, so 17 plus 11, so 28.
You couldn't quite put your finger on it, but you're pretty sure that Galasha is causing something that gives them visions, voices in their head. It's affecting them, and she tried to affect you, but this is as far as you know. Yeah, you managed to like put a connection together and say, "Oh, that makes sense." Do you tell the others?
Is this something that Aurak knows that Galash is capable of, or is this something completely alien to him?
Yeah, Lonnie would share the info.
Yeah, and whichever skill is relevant to you with advantage, based on what Lonnie has told you. Like, say, religion or arcana, whichever is more relevant to your experiences.
In this case, I'd probably say religion.
Alrighty, roll religion with advantage.
Both 14, so 18.
Nice. It probably shares one of the overlords. You don't recall who exactly. Okay, give me a second. Yeah. But it appears to be associated with one that seems to lurk in the shadows, bound within Kyber, deep within Kyber, possibly deep underneath this mountain peak. You're not quite sure, but yeah, these are just guesses at this point.
Okay, I relay that to the others.
What do the others think? Alani, Celeste?
Oh boy. Point Celeste is just let's just get to the bottom of this thing, fight the boss, stop whatever's causing this madness, and collect our payment and go home.
The researchers nod. Yeah.
Celeste is full. Oh, let's just get this over with.
Aurak is kind of a bit perturbed by that because he doesn't consider this just a simple job.
Hold on.
Pay home.
Lonnie agrees. This seems a bit off. It wouldn't have to be getting oddly enough colder the deeper we in, would it?
It is somewhat colder, yes.
Lonnie has an idea what may be going on, but they're going to keep to themselves for the moment.
Sure. Be sure to type it down to me, if that's okay. Yeah. Sorry, we're like holding this a little bit because this is like the reverse whisper from Critical Role. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure Celeste doesn't get it. Watch Critical Role, Celeste. Yeah, do you want me to continue on while Lonnie types?
Yeah, sorry about that. The phone keeps ringing and it keeps being, robocalls.
Ugh, I hate those too. Sometimes there's actually a legit person and they suddenly hang up. Kinda weird, I know. Alright, do you move on while Lonnie types? Lonnie, what about you?
Oh, I already typed to you.
Okay. I'll keep that in mind. I'll let you know whether or not you're wrong or right. It's just a theory, I'll let you know, okay?
Yeah.
Alrighty, you continue on to the next room, and yes, more tunnels. Yay.
Of course.
You find yourself in a small alcove. Alcove. Would you like to take a look around?
Yeah, let's do a quick perception check.
Go ahead.
Okay. 19 plus 6, so 50, so 25.
There's treasure glittering inside.
How suspicious, just sitting there in the middle of a cave.
It's kind of it's a little bit high up, but you can, like, barely see it.
Are there any rocks that happen to be nearby?
Yes.
Lonnie's gonna chuck a rock at the treasure.
You hear the clinking of gems and other items. And a thud on something made of cloth.
So at the very least, it's not an illusion. Do we want to spend the time to investigate it?
Up to you. What do the others think?
Celeste is thinking, there could be useful magic items in that treasure pile. So yeah, she's gonna take some time to sift through it.
Who's gonna go up to the treasure?
Lonnie's gonna let Celeste handle that. She's gonna stay a healthy distance away.
So Lonnie goes up, I believe.
I said Celeste. Lonnie was gonna let Celeste go up.
Alright, Celeste, you go up. How would you like to proceed? Do you climb, or do you have some sort of...
Yeah, well... Wait a minute, how long... Yeah, how long... I gotta look up to how long my radiance... Yeah, she's... How is she gonna make it up here? Because she probably, she could probably grab something with Mage Hand, but other than that, she's
You look up and down, and it appears to be that you can climb it with some effort, of course. Yeah, she's gonna climb on, whatever handhold she can find. Go ahead and roll either acrobatics or athletics check, whichever's harder for you.
Whichever's harder.
Higher.
Well, that would
higher. Higher.
Higher. Well, in that case, that would be acrobatics, since because Celeste's strength score is 11, her dexterity is 16, so I'm gonna go with the dexterity modifier.
Fair enough.
And
wait, doesn't the Away of the Astral Self give you anything that enhances your strength ability modifier with your wisdom, or is that later in that subclass?
Oh no! Oh yeah. Well, yeah, but I have to burn 2 key points just to summon it. So, and I've only got 3, so that's my kind of 1 per day thing.
Fair enough. That should ask.
But yeah, I rolled 16. Yeah, that's a 19 on that roll.
A little bit more effort than you thought. You managed to reach the top, and indeed, there is treasure. It looks a little fresh. Like, it looks fresh, not covered in dust like the rest of the room.
So whatever laid this stuff here did so recently.
I would like to roll an Arcana check to see if there's anything odd about, see if there's anything.
Yeah, let's see. Yeah, let's see if there's any magic items or any enchantment,
Yeah. So you managed to navigate to the room easily enough, and Celeste, you see not only a ornate black rug with gold trim and star-charred stitch to it. By the way, the treasure and that rug are not covered in dust.
Okay, yeah, and let's see, 18. I rolled a 23 on that Arcana check.
That rug appears to be magical. Yeah, you kind of sense like it looks a little magical, like the way it's been stitched. It looks like it's magical by nature.
she's going for the rug because she actually knows something. This is actually reminding her of a friend and how this rug would really tie the room together, man.
As you approach the rug suddenly comes to life and lashes out at you.
Hey!
Rug is smothering.
Yep.
Not a carpet of flying. Damn it!
and this is why Lonnie had help.
This is why you let other people spring the trap.
Yep.
Yeah. So, I'd like each of you to roll initiative. Combat time.
Oh boy. Plus 3 initiative. And of course I roll a 5 on my initiative.
Total?
Yeah, I rolled a 2. My initiative modifier is 3. I got a 5.
It's not a day for high roll.
I mean, I'm the one wrapped in the magic rug.
Not yet.
7 plus 5, so 12.
Orak?
I did say 7.
It's 7. Oh, and the credit rolled a 20, a dirty 20. Yeah.
Shame I'm not level 7 yet.
Right?
You can beat it up easily. I'm just saying. As for Ituros, he rolled a 17 on initiative. Ilda rolls a natural 20, a 22 on initiative, surprisingly. And the rest of you see this like carpet like lashing out and coming to life and set to attack Celeste. Ilda goes first. And she will cast a firebolt at the carpet.
Ready for some Bane.
Okay, 5 plus... Nope. That's 11. That's a miss. As the firebolt just flies past the carpet and hits one of the wall nearby, as it dissipates. She swears. She cusses a little and ends her turn. It's the carpet's turn, and we'll try to smother you, Celeste.
Of course.
Does a 24 hit?
Yes, anything above a 17 will hit.
You are now grappled, by the way, and you are considered restrained, blinded,
Get off!
blinded, and you're now at a risk of suffocating. And that ends his turn. And you find yourself just like wrapped, squeezed in by the carpet.
Get it off! Get it off! Get it off!
This is not your day, I swear.
Oh.
Alrighty, so that ends his turn. Itros looks up at you and says, "Hey, no, I'm coming," and climbs up. Well, and aims for this bow. I hope I get it right, and fires with this long bow. That's a 12, and that hits for 8 points of damage. As the arrow wedges into the carpet, and somehow it didn't hurt. And hits it for 8 points of damage. It barely managed to like pierce light into your barely into your skin, but you didn't feel the damage. He attacks again. Draws another bow, and that's a 20. Yeah, that hits. 26. Yeah, 26 hits, and it takes another 6 points of damage. As another arrow is wedged into the rug, and that ends its turn. Lonnie, I believe you're up.
All right. Lonnie is admittedly holding in a bit of laughter at this. They always appreciate it when they make a good call as to something being a bit too good to be true. but they go ahead and keep mostly composed before shooting a firebolt at the rug.
Are you ready? Make your attack.
Okay, words. Okay.
Words. Sorry.
Where'd it go? Okay, 19 plus 8, so 27.
That hits.
I would assume so. So. Okay, 8 fire damage.
Alrighty. The firebolt hits and the carpet starts to burst into flame for 8 points of fire damage. It starts to burst, but not enough to Yeah, it starts to burst into flame with Celeste inside.
It's gonna get a bit crispy in there.
Does anything happen to Celeste?
Yeah, alright, you see Celeste trapped in this rug smothering. What do you do?
Well, only one thing I can really do. Well, actually, there's 2 things I can do. One, I'm going to cast Searing Smite.
Okay. Searing Smite. Okay, you mutter you mutter a prayer, and your sword glows, or weapon.
And then I attack said rug.
You're at the bottom of it. You have to climb up. Alright, so if you want to climb up, I would like to roll an athletics check or an acrobatics check, whichever is higher for you.
Oh, definitely athletic. That would be a 22.
You manage to climb to the top easily enough, and that uses up most of your movement. You're about 5 to 10 feet away from the carpet.
Well, fine. I've still got enough to get in close, right?
What do you have on you that's... Oh yeah, you have a pole arm or something, right?
Yeah, I have a glaive.
Alrighty, you can use the glaive. Go ahead.
Okay. So I will use the glaive.
Yeah, and you got your glaive, and you mutter prayer, and your weapon glows. Do you make your attack?
I do, and I make it as a 22.
That hits.
So first the slashing damage.
How many points of slashing damage?
That will be 8 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
And then the smite damage, which is 1d6. Only one point of fire damage. However, it does burst into flames.
Okay.
So at the start of each of its turns, the target must make a Constitution saving throw, and every time it fails, it takes 1d6 fire damage.
Alrighty, so 9 points of total damage. It starts to burst into flame, and it starts to fall apart. And would that be your turn?
That will be my turn, yeah.
Yeah. Celeste. It squeezes the life out of you for 6 points of damage. No, 9 points of bludgeoning damage.
9? Oh, man. It brings me down to...
21.
And,
no, 22. 22, yeah.
22.
Sorry.
I was at 31.
Yeah, my mistake. So, you can do barely anything but try to escape. As like, wiggle your way out.
Yeah, I'm trying to, get this thing off of me!
Roll either acrobatics or an athletics check, whichever is higher.
It'll be acrobatics, and hey, rolled a 19. That's plus 3 on that. Oh no! Wouldn't this be a dexterity save?
All it says is escape DC 13. So
I rolled I rolled a 19. My dexterity modifier is plus 3, but I got a plus. But I'm proficient with dexterity saves, so that would give me a plus 6.
Alrighty, you managed to escape as the tears more the rug. As you tear the
I
rug
rolled
off
a
you.
19. but I rolled 19. The save DC was 13, so doesn't matter at this point.
And you like gasp for air. I see like I believe that used up half your movement.
Yeah, that would have been.
Yeah, I know. It's actually an action. You use up your action.
I was gonna say, because otherwise I'd be turning around and hamna shocking grasp on whatever's left of this thing.
Would that be your turn then?
I'm gonna move as far away from my. I'm gonna move as far away as I can from the rug that just tried to choke me.
Alrighty.
That'll be my turn.
Ilda will try to cast another firebolt with disadvantage because she can barely see it. Oh, and she hits. And she managed to hit it with her firebolt. Okay, so she's a 9th level caster, so... Yeah, the firebolt lands on the carpet and it bursts into flames before it turns into ash. You're welcome! Here she yells out.
Yeah. Thanks.
No problem! I'm pretty sure she brought that thing here to make it tempting for you guys.
No.
Oh, really?
The elf looks at her and says, "You don't say. You don't say." Do you want to take a look at the treasure? You guys... Treasure!
Yes, yeah, of course, it's treasure. Yeah, assuming there are no more cursed magic items that are gonna rise up and try to kill me.
Alrighty, you take a look at the treasure, and... There's a lot of stuff over there. You seem quite impressed. Some, like, magic items, and... Yeah, some caliconi, 2 moonstones, a quartz, 2 star rose quartz, a zircon, and a meteorite. And you also find a, what appears to be a large pile of gold, about 2,100 gold total, along with what appears to be a spell scroll of Moonbeam. I'll type it down in the chat.
Yeah, dibs on the scroll.
By the way, do you have, I believe that is your second, spell scroll, by the way.
It is. In fact, it's my second scroll of Moonbeam. I still have that one. I still have that one from a previous adventure.
Would you like to talk about?
This would not happen to be an arcane spell, would it?
She's welcome to explain to you if that's okay.
It's actually. Moonbeam is actually a druid spell, I believe.
No,
okay.
about your last adventure, the adventure where you got your first.
That was the one where we fought an evil werewolf and got locked in the barn, and I cast Ray of Frost to not only put out the flames but make the door brittle so my partner Cole could make like the Kool-Aid Man and bash through. Oh yeah!
No worries. I just wanted to check if it was something they could learn.
Yes, well, I know that spell myself, so shall we get moving?
Sounds like a good idea.
Yeah. Celeste and Lonnie, and Cora grabbed what you could. It's a lot of gold. And you kind of hope you manage to have a bag of honey on your person. Because 21 gold and a bunch of gems and some magic items.
Celeste is just grabbing the scroll and the moonstones.
And what appears to be some spheres shaped like the moons. Yeah, spheres can be used to focus spells and empower them for an additional 3d6 force damage. They may be used 1d4 times before they shatter, causing the user to take the damage instead.
Yeah, Lonnie's gonna go ahead and grab one.
You got these spheres. So that's your torch. While carrying the torch, the torch area gains a plus 2 to any Arcana checks. So yeah, so you find these two items among the pile. What appears to be some sort of fancy-looking torch, which I've explained what it does in the chat, and the Ori spears, where they are shaped like moons. There are like a couple of these spheres. You grab them.
Want the torch?
You got the torch.
No, Lonnie beat me to the punch.
Lon just like yoinks the magic items.
I mean, a plus 13, so.
Hey, you can share it up with apparatus once you reunite.
That is true.
I will say, I have a carrying capacity of 540 pounds, and I'm only carrying 184 pounds so far, so I could.
Sounds like a great idea for him to carry just about everything else.
I can carry all the coins and everything, yeah.
Be sure to toss a coin to the Witcher with all Valley of Plenty.
Of course. Toss a coin to your Witcher, oh Valley of Plenty.
You seen the show on Netflix, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh, I have not, but
It's a catchy song.
I at least heard the song.
Yeah, I heard it's really. Before we move on, I heard it's really good. But it has a little bit of a muddle thing with things a little muddled with the timeline. But other than that, I heard it's really good. Anyway, moving on. Move on to the
movie. My main man, Movie Bob, refers to it as "dumber on purpose" Game of Thrones, and I'm like, sure, threaten me with a good time.
Maybe you have a better ending than Game of Thrones. Heyo.
You know what? I thought the ending of Game of Thrones was fine.
Yeah, I don't mind. I just like to make a joke.
Yeah, I know.
Anyway, out of the gems and everything, who took what gem-wise?
All right, so
I just nabbed the moonstones because I like moonstones.
I didn't take any of the gems.
Okay.
Enjoy the gems.
Do you want to split the gold before I take it, or shall I just carry all that?
yeah,
We'll worry about divvying it up later.
yeah, it's a lot of gold. You move on to the next room and you enter a great cavern with redness long forgotten. You see faded tapestries and scattered etchings tell of the world of prophecy, of fire, and of the expanse of the universe. All of it faded until you can barely comprehend what you're seeing. Oric, you recognize some of these green landscapes of your home, and some that you also recognize of terrain. And it seems like these landscapes shift from scene to scene from scene to scene. You also look around, and it seems to be adorned with symbols, similar to the ones you saw at back at the village, and also of holy symbols of the silver flame.
Interesting. Any particular people within the visions?
You look at them and you take a closer look. It looks like you're in one of these paintings. Bloodied. Just like kneeling over. Just mournful. Fire, with the fire in the distance.
Lonnie has a look of mild irritation, like, no, not people being in prophecies. Ah!
This isn't really. This is more of something that happened.
Oh, good. I mean, not good for you. I'm very, very sorry for what seems to have happened, but they are at least relieved that it's not predestination.
Celeste, you see one of the. You recognize that one of the paintings seems to shimmer, and it shows you facing what appears to be a winged humanoid.
She's what the? Yeah, the painting shimmers, and she's all, "What the hell am I looking at?" And then she. Okay, facing a winged humanoid. Does Celeste recognize this character she's looking at?
It seems to shimmer between a metallic humanoid and one who is like dressed in not much to show, but a muscle-bound man, about twice as tall as you are. It seems to shimmer between that and what appears to be a metallic humanoid resembling a warforged with serrated wings.
Oh, warforged angel.
Lonnie is intrigued by the shifting painting and would like to figure out what the heck is going on. Let us do an Arcana. Shall we do an Arcana check?
History check, actually.
That's fine too. Okay, 14 plus 11,
No, I'll
so
join.
23.
You know what? I'll join you. I got history as. Might as well take advantage of the noble background sometimes.
You also see,
Rolled a 19 on that history check. 14 plus my plus 5.
Celeste,
proficiency.
you don't figure out what's going on with why these pages are shimmering, but one of them also shimmers to what appears to be a man, bedridden, with a hat and a dark coat, laying at the side. He appears to be deathly ill.
Do I recognize the man? Because hat and a dark coat, that could be anybody.
With also what appears to be some sort of small construct, and a bunch of people just looked on, worried.
So, did the 23 actually tell me what's going on with the painting? Like, is it a type of enchantment, or
not exactly enchantment? But this appears to be kind of manused with Dalcor, the region of dreams. It seems like Galasha seems to have taken advantage of this and has instilled some sort of madness. Yeah, like take advantage. You know what I mean, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The painting shimmer again, and it appears to be some sort of purplish storm just shimmering over Skyfall, over Sharn.
Pretty.
Here.
This looks very nice.
Do you take a closer look?
Lonnie would honestly, at this point, while they find this very interesting, they feel that we should keep moving.
All right. What does the rest of you think?
Yeah, time to keep moving. We can worry about all this prophecy mumbo jumbo later.
You hear footsteps stomping before you leave. You turn around and you see Arkuk, the dragon, the brass skin scaled dragonborn from earlier, Hear the piece, angry, forward in the mouth, teeth baring with his weapon in hand.
How's it going, buddy? You feeling alright?
I will not let... It was just hiding something. He's hiding something. He wants the power. He wants the orc's power for himself to help his wife. She's sick, isn't she? Your wife. And it just Eberron just like looks a little shocked at this and says, "Yes, that's true." And it'll just says, "Your wife is sick. That explains why you were so." She steps back and says, "Arkak, you're not well. Let us help you." And the Dragonborn bellows out, "I will not let you take her power. The power is mine, and mine alone."
That power is not to be given to anyone. It should be destroyed.
And who's for you to say? And I would like each of you to roll. All right, everybody. Roll initiative.
All right, 10 plus 5, 15.
ACH.
Hopefully I roll higher than I did with the rug, and I did. 17. I got a dirty 20 this time.
Yeah, he waves his hand, and his form shimmers as like what appears to be ethereal armor, floats in front of, floats around him, and he gets his staff ready. Well, gets his dagger out, which seems to be covered in some sort of liquid. Yeah, teeth baring at the ready.
Yeah, apparently the dagger is envenomed.
Alright, switch back to combat music, so alright, what'd you roll?
I rolled a 4.
Wow. Celeste, what'd you roll again?
I rolled 2 plus 2.
Yeah, 17 plus 3, that's a dirty 20 all day.
Alrighty, Ilda rolls a 5. It rolls a dirty 20. By default, you go before the elven researcher. As for the Dragonborn, he rolled a 22. Natural 20, so 22. Alrighty. And he would start to cast, and he starts out with casting Cone of Cold at you.
I am going to go ahead and burn a 3rd level spell slot to counterspell that.
Alrighty.
Being that Cone of Cold is at least some spell level higher than 3rd level, I will have to do make a spell casting ability check against a DC of 10 plus the spell's level.
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, 16 plus 5, so 21.
And before he mutters, and as soon as his eye starts to form around his hand, he seems to quickly dissipate, and he looks on in surprise. And
I like the temperature the way it is. Thank you very much.
Nice. He growls at you and ends his turn. Celeste, you're up.
Let me show you how cold is done, honey. And she casts and she zaps him with a ray of frost. All right, that's good. All right, let me See what my... Yeah, I got a +8 on that spell attack bonus.
Let's go!
Yeah, 11 does a 19 hit.
19 definitely hits.
Alright, and that's going to be 2d8, and that's going to be 2d8 cold damage. I love how damage cantrips scale up with total level.
I know, right?
Alright, it's going to be 8 points. That's going to be 8 points of damage.
The Ray Frost lands on the Dragonborn. And he grunts as the ice starts to form on his body. You have to do better than that.
He's still gonna have his movement speed reduced by 10 feet.
It throws. Yeah. Would that be your turn?
Yeah, that'll be my turn.
Ithos throws his long bow, but appears to like to do so, and he pleads, "Please, do not do this." The Dragonborn replies with a chuckle, "It's too late for that." And so he fires. And okay, so that's a dirty 20. That's a hit. Ooh! And the Dragonborn takes about 11 points of damage as the arrow lands quite close to his chest. Of piercing damage. He fires again. And he misses. Another arrow just flies past the Dragonborn as it bounces off his magical armor. And that ends his turn. Lonnie, I believe you're up.
Yep. As a reminder, what kind of Dragonborn is he?
Let me check. Copper, not brass. Copper Dragonborn.
Okay, let's see, what would be a good rational way to do this. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and burn a second level spell, and use spell secrets to make Scorching Ray deal necrotic damage. So it is now, I guess, a necrotic ray.
Okay.
Mainly, I don't trust trying to do fire on it. So that will be 3 rays. So the first one is a 16. Second is a 21. And a 17 to hit.
So all 3 hit, I believe? Yeah, I think all 3 hit. What was the first one? Oh.
Don't remember. I think it was a 16.
Yeah, okay. They all hit. Roll your damage.
Okay, a total of 20 necrotic damage.
These rays land, zip around and land on the Dragonborn. And he, takes a step back, feeling the impact as he feels a little bit weaker. It's like the scales keen just a little from the necrotic rays.
As long as he does, are you sure you don't want to calm down a bit at this point?
He looks about at you, half mad.
But only half. Can we talk to the other part?
Hey-oh!
Would that be your turn?
Anyways, that'll be my turn.
Ilda is going to mage. Okay, so she's going to cast. She's just going to cast Magic Missile first level, and yeah, she's going to burn a second level slot and cast Magic Missile. Just a plain old Magic Missile for 9 points of damage. Let's see if he has a shield. No, he does. As the silver balls land on him, and he takes another step back. 9 points of force damage. That ends her turn. Stand down, Arkok. Please, she pleads. He doesn't answer. Determined to take the power for himself. Orak, you're up.
I look at him and say, "This power will only lead to demonic corruption. I cannot allow that." And I bring out my great sword, and I go to him and attack.
All right, make your attack.
Does a 14 hit?
No, it doesn't. Your sword your sword bounces off his magic armor.
Yeah, that's a swing and a miss.
Okay.
You have multi attack, right?
I do, so I will swing again.
Okay, go ahead.
And that's a natural 20.
Bam! Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, double the damage. So yeah, basically roll the dice and double it.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm also going to use a level 1 Divine Smite. So that would be... Okay, that would be 23 points of slashing damage from the sword.
Nice. Okay. 23. Wait.
And... Sorry?
Okay, it's 20. Okay, so 23 points of slashing damage, and how many more points?
Hang on, I've just got to roll 4d8.
Yeah.
That's another 17 points of radiant damage. So altogether, that would be 40 points of damage.
He drops his dagger as you slash at him. He stumbles to the ground, barely alive, but out. He's barely alive. His head dropped and about to pass out, perhaps even die. What will you do with him?
I hold the sword to his throat and say, "Do not continue this path, or retribution will come to you. I will see to that."
He says, he says nothing. Just stares at you a little surprised, a little scared. What will you do?
I pull the sword away,
And he slumps.
and I say, "We must continue."
And he passes out, and he slumps to the ground, unconscious, barely alive.
He's unconscious, but as the group moves on past him, Lonnie gives him finger guns, goes, "Consider it."
You show off, you little bit of show off, and Tor says, "I'm sorry I didn't tell you this before, but he's right. I was
Is anyone stabilizing him? Just to make
Yeah,
sure.
maybe a good idea.
all right. You stabilize him, and you kind of like have him laid against the wall of the cave, just like slump down. I would like you. Would anyone like to roll a medicine check? Okay, go ahead.
I was gonna say
14.
medicine is not something I'm trained in, so.
All right.
14.
You managed to banish the wounds, about enough for him to just have him be barely alive. It looks like he'll be out for a while, but he's not dead.
We must continue.
Agreed.
Yeah. Etros stops and says, "The Dragonborn is right. My wife is sick with a strange disease. Like I said, I am sorry I did not tell you why I am tempted by your mate, Orak. I was desperate for an answer, and she promised me away.
When this is over, show me to your wife. I'll see what I can do.
Thank you. Still, a part of me clings to that hope that might be able to help my wife. As you move, Ilda looks on, says, "Thank you for being honest. Thank you for being honest with us." Oh, Orak, you said that she's been corrupted by these demonic presence. I believe I have a way to. Well, exorcism is not my specialty, but she shows you a scroll. I did manage to use most of my money to get this, and when I managed to sneak out, and I got this scroll. It's a banish. It's a scroll. It's a scroll of expel good and evil. I also have prepared a couple spells that may help us in banishing whatever is possessing her. The elf steps in. I do appreciate your sentiment, but are you sure about this? What if she's too far gone? What then? What if this goes wrong? She looks at the head researcher and says, "Then we will do what we must." He looks at you, Orak. Is that right? What's he?
We'll see what happens. Orak is kind of deep in thought about this because he thought this was going to be either a one-way trip or just a basically a journey that will end in the death of his mate. But he hasn't got his hopes up yet. But that might be something.
What does Celeste and Alani think?
Sorry?
Yeah. You were quite unsure about this, Orak. Do you need to confer to your allies for advice?
Well, did you say dispel good? Dispel evil and good?
Yes.
Right. Because I do know that is a paladin spell, so I could technically use that scroll.
Seems like a good idea to me.
So I would know more about that spell than.
Alright. Celeste, to summarize, Ilda has offered to help to see if she could help exorcise Orak's mate, if that's such a possible thing.
Oh.
However, Itros has pointed out that it appears to be risky, and there is a chance that it might fail. And says that if it fails, then there's only one option: kill her, put her out of her misery. If that's the case,
taking your chance is better than giving up at the start.
Exactly. Yeah, that's exactly what Celeste would say. If there's a chance of saving her, we should take it.
Oh, and Orak, since you spared a combatant, your alignment is starting to shift towards good.
Okay.
Yeah, shift towards good. It's not fully. You're not fully left for good yet, but you're getting close because of your actions and stopping a fraudulent shopkeeper, among other things. Your actions will be better. Will soon reflect that of a lot of good character.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and as you move on, you start to hear the rumbling of. Bit of a rumbling.
We must hurry.
Yeah.
Whatever is
hurry.
happening at the end is going
yeah.
to wait for us.
Alrighty, so you enter the cavern. It is vast and looming. Which you estimate to be about 90 feet by 65 feet and about 50 feet above. The dark stone around you seems to be more dappled with stars than ever before. Even the ceiling, lit with stalactites, glows with golden freckles, and the ground seems to light up with gold under each footstep. In the center of the room is your mate, Aurak. As a refresher, would you like to describe what your mate looks like?
Well, she's an orc, as usual, as you expected. She is skin the same color of Aurak, sort of this a sort of coppery brown skin color. Dressed in a sort of a long flowing dress, but however still with various armor pieces onto her, and short brown hair.
Yeah, she's also fairly tall, around your height, and fairly muscle to lean muscle. Her robes reinforced with metal armor. She carries what appears to be a ashen black, almost rotten staff. Her arms spread wide underneath the moon. She exhales, her eyes closed, drops her arms, and looks about you. Aurak. So you come.
At last I find you.
So you have. But you will not stop the overlord that I follow. Tol Orshika. The truth in the darkness.
Of all things, Lonnie looks kind of relieved at this monologue. I thought it could have been a lot worse, but this is still bad. But it could have been a lot worse.
She takes a step back and.
Yeah. Celeste jokingly says to Lonnie, "I think this is going rather well."
She grins, rather burying her teeth, as a vast darkness starts to surround her, and in her place is a dragon with scales like a dark night sky that ripple with gold and shimmering effects as it moves. It looks at you and roars.
Wait, did you say the dragon basically replaced?
Yeah, she is taking the form of a dragon.
Aurak was not expecting this.
Lonnie also looks a bit nonplussed, going, "Oh, well, this somewhat changes my initial plan."
Celeste is thinking, why do I hear boss music?
Yep, more Soulsborne music. Everybody roll for initiative.
Of course. And this is where the radiant soul and the astral self come out to play.
5 + 5, so 10.
5 + 5, so 10.
Yeah.
Ready.
18 plus 3, that's 18 plus 3, that's going to be a 21 all day.
The dragon
19.
rolls a 19.
19 plus 2, so I got 21 as well, which from my previous initiative says...
Yeah, so Les, what's your initiative?
21.
I believe Celeste
rolled 18 and I got a...
Celeste and Aurak's... Celeste goes first because her dexterity is higher.
I have
Really?
my initiative's +3 because I have a +3 dex modifier.
Alright. Yoda rolls a 17. And Ethros rolls a 21. By default, the player goes first. So, get ready for a boss fight. Alright, so Celeste, you go first. Celeste? You there?
I'm still here.
I just want to make sure.
Testing. Because the first thing I'm do is activating my radiant soul, and my astral self. So you're gonna see glowing wings spring from this Amazon's back, and then what looks like a purple feathered scarf drape across her shoulders.
Yeah, you start to levitate. This is worse than I thought, says the elf as he raises himself. What do you do now, Celeste?
The first thing I do I'm casting Ice Knife at the drag. After I buff myself with my radiant soul and summon forth my astral self. Yeah, I'm casting Ice Knife.
Alrighty, so Ice Knife, do I need to roll for anything?
First I gotta make the initial ranged spell attack. That's gonna be a it's gonna be a +8 on that roll. Does a 12 plus 8 does a dirty 20 hit.
Yes, it does.
All right, that's gonna be 1d. Yeah, that's gonna be 1d10 piercing damage as the. Actually, no, that's gonna be 1d10 plus 3 because Radiant Soul. I get bonus radiant damage, and that's gonna be 6 piercing plus 3 radiant, so that's 9 damage. And now they gotta make a they gotta make a dexterity save.
The knife imbued with your radiant light lands on the dragon's close to the dragon's neck. It growls and needs to make a dexterity save.
Yeah, dexterity save because because a spear hits and then the ice spear explodes, dealing cold damage.
You rolled a natural 20.
Okay, so that's gonna take. So that spell 6. Yeah, that's plus 15. So yeah, that's over 15. Now my spell DC. So they're gonna take half that damage. So that's gonna be 2d6 again plus 3 because bonus radiance. That's gonna be 5 plus 3. Yeah, that's 8 points of damage. So she's taking 4 points of cold damage.
Yeah, the ice bursts forth from the knife, barely scratching the dragon. Would that be your turn?
Yep, that'll be my turn.
Yeah. Etros will be using his divine arrow. This is what I've been waiting for, he says, and fires what appears to be a holy glowing arrow, and fires for natural 20. Natural 20, guys.
Holy shit.
Oh, damn it! I lost the die.
Oh dear.
I'll look for it later. Okay, so 2, 8, 15, 30, 33 points of damage as the arrow lands and explodes, and the dragon bellows and roars, and a little bit in pain. Mostly in pain. And he takes a step back, and that answers... yeah, and... yeah. Oh! Give me a second. Initiative tracker? Yeah! And that ends his turn. And suddenly, the dragon takes a layer action and causes a full moon, and the cave starts to the entire cave starts to glow, and you feel the gravitational pull pulling you all of you towards the ceiling. I'd like each of you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Don't forget, you got plus. If you're within 10 feet of me, you got +4 on your saving throw.
Appreciated.
You said dexterity saving throw, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So that's a plus. Yeah. So that's a +10. So that's a +10 to the roll for me.
So a total of 17.
I got a total of 23. I rolled a 13.
I got a 19.
I hate to say this, but Ilda, no, not Ilda, Itros rolled a nat 1. Actually, like, whoop, whoop, and his body is pierced by the stalactites above, and he takes... This is not looking good for him. 6, 11, yeah, since he rolled a natural 1, 22 points of damage as one of those stalactites pierced right through his shoulder, and he lets up a scream, ah! Like, you know, from Dead by Daylight.
Mm-hmm.
And he struggles to get out. He's basically considered what is the condition? He's basically considered prone, but, you know, upside down.
What about the rest of us?
All right. What are your saves?
I said 17.
Yeah, 17.
Yeah, I roll.
Ilda. Okay, so 2 plus how many again?
She gets +4 on
Okay,
any
6.
saves.
Unfortunately, she doesn't make it, and she doesn't make it as one of the stalactites pierce through her body, but she manages to avoid getting pierced through entirely through her body, and she takes 11 points of damage.
Yeah, I got a 23 on that save, so
yeah,
yeah,
the rest of you, the rest of you managed to
I got 19.
Yeah, what is the equivalent of scrubbing down just to avoid the spikes? You are now considered floating around. Alrighty, who is up next?
which of course doesn't bother Celeste because she's already taken wing.
Yeah, Aurak, you're up.
So what? Am I flying or something?
Basically, yeah.
So can I still move towards this dragon, or am I kind of hovering in the air?
You can move freely around.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but you can try moving freely around with a acrobatics check just to navigate.
Okay, I got a 19.
Alrighty, you might fly after the dragon, and oh! Do you attack?
Okay, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use a bonus action to cast Magic Weapon on my greatsword. To give me +1 to attack rolls and damage, and turning my weapon into a magic weapon.
Yeah. Actually, you kind of land shortly after avoiding the stalactites. But Okay, yeah. Ithos is considered prone as he falls to the ground, just nearly in pain.
Okay. So yeah, that's my bonus action, and then I head to the dragon. However I do it, and start slashing away.
Alrighty, roll your attack. Alright, roll your attack. Just one.
Yep. Sorry, just 1 second.
Okay, sure.
Okay, first attack is a 19.
That hits.
Okay. Double ones, but however, with great weapon fighting, I'm going to re-roll those. Bit better, but a 4 and a 1. So plus 5, that makes 10 points of damage.
Nice. Okay, so that's a hit. So roll your damage.
I did 10 points of damage.
All right. So you swing away at the dragon, leave behind a small gash on the dragon.
Okay, second attack.
Alrighty, roll your tap. Roll your attack.
26.
26. That's your attack. That hits.
Yep. And I'm going to use a level 1 divine smite.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your damage.
So the slashing damage is 13 points of slashing damage plus 6 points of radiant damage, so that's 19 points of damage
Total. Alrighty. Your sword glows and you slash at the creature again, and the creature bellows up a roar as blood comes flowing down. Alrighty. Would that be your turn?
That would be my turn, yeah.
Alrighty. It is now the dragon's turn, and it will try to do a radiant blast, and will try to catch you, or you, Celeste, and Lonnie. I would like each of you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Sorry, who did you say was?
You, Lonnie, and Celeste.
Alright.
What was the roll again?
Constitution.
Okay. You guys probably aren't within 10 feet of me anymore because I've gone and went towards the dragon. So
That's fine. That's fine. I've also got a +6 to my Constitution. Throws. Matter of fact, 6. Yeah, does a 22? Yeah, does a 22?
Does a 22 make it? Yes. 5, 7, 14, 21.
I rolled a 19.
Yeah, 25. Alright. So you roll 25, Celeste makes it. Monty?
13. I'm going to cast Absorb Elements to give myself resistance.
Alrighty, so 25. I'm going to run down to 12 for each of you. Each of you take 12 points of damage, and you find yourself blasted by this radiant light. Celeste is not looking too good here. She's at 10 hit points.
That'll be fine.
Wait, how?
12 points.
I succeed. Didn't I succeed on my Constitution save?
Yes, but you still take damage.
Okay. Yeah, because I have resistance to radiant damage, right?
Oh yeah.
In which case you take half of 12, so it's 6.
6. You are 6 in hit points. The radiance hits each of you, but Celeste, while she didn't take the worst of it, she looks really beaten down.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm down to 16 hit points.
That's correct.
Any healing potions?
I have cure wounds. I know cure wounds.
Well, that will help.
Alrighty. Now be the dragon's turn. Who's up next? Ilda is up next, and she will try to see if she can cast a Cone of Cold. Yeah, Cone of Cold. Cone of Cold, and yeah. and erupts from her and aims at the dragon, making sure that she doesn't hit you, Auroch. And it must make a Constitution saving throw. Ooh, doesn't make it, and the dragon takes 8d8 points of cold damage.
You did say 8d8, right?
Yeah, 8d8. I wish I had more dice for this, you know?
It almost sounded like you said 88.
8d8. 8d8. Okay, so 6, 10, 18, 26, 31, 32, 39, 46 points of cold damage as a blast of cold of frost and ice manifests from her hands and hits the Astral Dragon for 46 points of damage. The dragon bails out, stumbles around, and glares at the wizard. Now the dragon's now covered in more frost. She lets out a labor breath. Okay. She looks a little surprised that she couldn't believe that she just pulled it off. And that ends her turn. Lonnie, I believe you're up next.
Alright. Okay, let's see. This is not a great situation, so Lonnie's going to try to get it done as quick as possible. I do not have any third level spell slots left since I used two last session and one this session. So now I am stuck with second and first. So I'm going to do spell secrets on Scorching Ray again to convert it to, let's see, it used Radiant, so I'm going to change this into Necrotic as I did during the previous encounter.
Okay.
And I'm also going to use Alchemical Casting to burn a first level spell slot to add another 2d10 force damage to the attack. And then I'm going to use the Ori Sphere to add its damage to it as well. So the attack rolls were a unnatural 20, a natural 20 plus 8, so 28, and a 23.
Alrighty, that hits. They all hit, I think.
That's what 20 does, isn't it?
Alright, so as far as damage, it will be a total of 42 with 14 of it being let's see, 14 being from alchemical casting, so force, and another 10 being force from the orb.
Okay. As the necrotic rays, the dragon starts to disintegrate, and a large cloud surrounds it. It lets out a pained bellow as her form shifts back to her to a normal orc form. And then let me switch.
Good.
Yeah, and then let me switch to the second phase. So yeah,
Lonnie's glad that worked because it burned through a lot of her resources in one turn. She's then going to go ahead and scoot it, not directly behind Auroch, but within Aura's range and to the side. That way she can get some protection from his little aura.
Alrighty, so she lets out a labor breath, looks at you, gets her staff, and grabs her shield, and readies a combat stance. As
my last action before my turn ends, I'm going to quickly ask Auroch, if you had to describe your mate's weakest feature, what would it be? meta knowledge. I'm basically trying to eke out what would be the best way to target her with hold person.
Sorry, I'm trying. Sorry, what was the? What are you trying to do? Sorry.
I phrase it as what would you say your mate's worst feature is? Meta wise, I'm trying to figure out which save to target using spell secrets using hold person.
Worst feature.
As in, like, would you say she's not very willful? Would you say she's not very strong? Would you say she doesn't have much stamina?
I would say that.
Basically, Lonnie is trying to figure out the missus's dump stat.
Yes.
Well, that's up to the dungeon master.
I just figured if anyone would know, it would be Aura.
How would I know?
Roll an intelligence check. Roll an intelligence check.
Okay. Because after all, men don't always know what.
That's fair. That's why Lonnie's just getting on a limb for this.
Natural 1.
Okay.
Nope. You scratch your head. Try to whack your head a little bit. Nothing comes up.
Then I guess Lonnie's going to wing it next turn. That'll be her turn, though.
Alrighty. And since she's basically the boss, she's going to cast she's going to cast Overworldly form. Worldly form. Otherworldly form, not over. Otherworldly form, and she calls upon the powers of Kyber, mutters to herself, and spectacles appear on her back. Spectacles appear on her back, and she starts hovering. And she says, "Strike me down with all of your might. You will not stop what is coming. It is inevitable." And And with that, she quickly she takes a bonus action to change the layout of the room to a half moon. The room starts to darken a little, and the platforms begin to rise from the floor and is pulling towards the ceiling and separating you, Auric, from Celeste and Lonnie and the rest. And that ends her turn.
Okay.
Alright, Celeste, you're up.
Is she at least? Yeah. Is Mrs. Auroch still at least within spell range?
Yes.
Could you repeat that? Is she still in spell range?
Yes, she is.
Okay. In that case, I'm plucking another diamond. Celeste plucks another diamond from her from one of the ladybug brooches on her jacket and uses it as the material component for this time a lightning flavored chromatic orb.
Ooh.
That's gonna be. Yeah, that's gonna be a 3. Yeah, that's gonna be let's see, +8 to my spell attack. Okay, that's gonna be a 13 plus an 8.
She casts counterspell.
20. So that's a 21.
She casts counterspell.
Son of.
All right.
Okay,
what spell level is it?
It's a first. Yeah, I was going with the first level version.
Yeah,
because I burned my. because I burned my second level slot, casting Dragon's Breath on those, Mordeos.
Yeah. Counterspell! Joke's on you!
Son of a... Yeah, that's gonna be my turn, unfortunately.
Aurak, you're up.
Okay.
Yeah, she floats up about 30 feet up, using up her movement. No, not 40 feet up.
Okay. So I can't really reach her then, can I?
You have to find a way to get up to her, and you have a difficult choice. What will you do?
Okay. Do I have the scroll?
Yeah, she has to give you the scroll.
Alright. Okay, I'm going to use the scroll.
As you do, okay, expel. What's okay? Expel.
Dispel evil and good.
Okay, thank you. Alrighty. Since it's a 3rd level spell, so. Okay, and you target it on your mate, right?
Yeah.
Alright, so you decide to try to spare her. Okay, so she's going to roll.
Do I need to make a roll because it's technically a 5th level spell? I need to roll.
Yeah.
I'll need to roll to see whether I can actually use it.
Go ahead.
Okay, what do I need to roll again? Is it
okay? So Shimmy energy surrounds and protects you from Fey, undead, and originally from.
I meant as in to use the scroll.
Usually it's a spellcasting test. It would be a D20 plus your spellcasting modifier.
Yep.
Okay.
Range on stealth. Yeah.
Okay, so my modifier is +4. So I guess I just roll a charisma check. That'll be a 21.
Alright, alrighty. You managed to distribute energy now surrounds you and protect you from Fey, undead, and creatures originating from beyond the material plane, including demons and fiends.
Okay.
Yeah, whoever's possessing her will now have a disadvantage on you. And you hear Ilda say, "Get her over here. I know what to do. I have a few, like I said, I have a few spells ready for this situation."
Okay. In that case, I am going to cast command and tell her, and basically command her to land.
She's going to use her legendary resistance. Can she do that?
Well, she needs to make a wisdom saving throw first.
And she has a high wisdom.
Yeah.
21.
Yeah, she's 6.
Yeah, 6 succeeds. And she only stares at you blankly.
Okay, well, that's my 1st level spell slots used up.
Would that be your turn?
I move backwards towards what was her name again? The person that just called out to.
Yeah, Ilda, the mage.
Ilda. I move backwards towards Ilda.
Yeah, you reach the edge of the platform, and the platform is separate from the platform she's on.
Okay. And that's my turn.
Okay. Okay, yeah, Celeste, you're up.
Okay. Yeah, okay. I've got a few first level spell slots left at least, so I'm gonna use one of them to cast Cure Wounds on myself.
Okay.
Alright, and that's gonna Cure Wounds. And that's gonna be that's gonna be a D8 plus. Okay, waiting for the page to load. It's my spell casting modifier, so that's D8 plus 8.
Okay.
Hey! Yeah, and I rolled an 8, so that's 16 hit points. That's 16 hit points. I'm back up to 32.
Yep. The wounds disappear on your body, and you let out a sigh of relief. You're not out of the woods yet, but yeah, you feel more comfortable now.
This is a walk in the woods that isn't a walk in the woods.
Would that be your turn?
That'll be my turn.
Okay. It also steps toward Ilda, nods, and aims its bow. I'll keep you covered, and it's going to ready, prepares its action as a reaction in case Glasha decides to do anything funny. Yeah, prepares its action, and that ends its turn. Ilda is it's also going to prepare an action. This time, Magic Circle. When Glasha gets close, and that also ends her turn. Lonnie, I believe it's your turn now.
Alright, Lonnie's going to move to whichever side of the room is not starting to rise towards the ceiling. And since you didn't exactly give a great description as to how things were organized in that regard.
Yeah, so Auric is near the edge of the platform that's rising. The rest of you are on the other platform that's not rising. Just to clarify, I'm sorry.
Okay. In which case, I have exactly 1 second level spell left, so I'm going to burn it on what is potentially the most effective way to do so, and target them with a spell secrets whole person. I'm going to have them make a strength check.
Can she use a legendary resistance? I think she can. She uses the legendary.
Okay, then she does. Okay, that's my turn. That's all I can do.
I'm sorry. All right, so Glasha is going to cast Maelstrom. And a massive 5-foot water deep pierce in 30-foot radius. And she's going to target you, Celeste, Auric, and she's going to target Lonnie and the 2 NPCs. I would like you, Lonnie, to roll a strength check.
Eight.
31. 31 from Ilda. And
Sorry, did you say I needed to roll a check?
no, she's not targeting. And Auric, she's also targeting you.
Oh, so what do I need to roll?
Strength. And Ilthos rolls a 14.
Is that a save or a check?
What?
Is that a save or a check?
Save.
That'd be a 25 then.
You make it. And Lonnie, you, the elf, and Ilda, the elf, I'm so sorry about this, but you, Irtos, and Ilda are suddenly slammed by this maelstrom of water that came out of nowhere, and slams, yeah. And you take 2, 6, 8, 11, 17, 18 points of damage.
All right.
Yeah, you're at 8 hit points right now. And that, and she moves towards, and she's essentially still flying. She starts to move towards Ilda, and you, Auric, and ends her turn. Like close down towards you, Auric and Ilda.
Okay.
And that ends her turn. Auric, you're up.
Okay, you said she floated down towards me.
Yes.
Did Ilda say what she was about? What she needed? What she was going to do?
She appears to be ready to cast some sort of spell.
Okay, I am going to hold my action. I'm going to hold to attack until Ilda casts her spell.
Okay, would that be your turn?
Yeah, that will be. That's basically holding my turn. Yeah.
Okay. Oh god. Sorry, it's just that she's quite close to the edge of the about, let's say 10 feet away, and Ilda is going to cast Magic Circle on she casts Magic Circle on Glacia.
Okay.
Yeah, Glacia, and she and a glowing cylinder shimmers around her. She looks around, surprised. Yeah. Yeah, and sets that up for Fiend, which she technically is. And she cannot leave. I'm modified this. It's a modified version of the spell.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. And that ends her turn. Yeah, ends her turn. Ethos is going to do nothing. His bow is still at the ready. But suddenly, you see like shimmering fires nearby, and hellhounds emerged, growling at you. You see two of them ready to chow down. That's a 6 and a 19. Yeah.
I did say I was going to attack.
Yes. You are ready to attack. These hellhounds won't be able to enter the cylinder anyway.
Okay, I'm going to attack.
You're going to attack one of the hellhounds.
What does Danny say after she casts her circle? Does she say anything? Like,
Yeah, keep her in there. Keep her in there.
Alright then, yeah, okay, in that case I will attack one of the hellhounds.
Okay, roll your attack.
First attack is 11.
That misses. Wait, Let me check. Yeah, that misses.
Second attack is the 21.
Yeah, that hits. That hits, and roll your damage.
Okay. Yep, that's a 5 and a 1. Just going to re-roll the 1. Turns that into a 3, so that's 8 plus 5, so 13 points of damage.
Alrighty, you slash out at one of the hellhounds. It whines in pain, yeah. Sorry, this is pretty heavy. This is a difficult fight. And
okay, that's my turn.
Okay. Lonnie, you're up.
I'm gonna drink a healing potion.
Okay.
So 2d4 plus 2 HP. So got 7 back.
Yeah, up to 15 hit points, right? Yeah, you're up to 15?
Yeah. I target one of the hellhounds and I use frostbite, so they make a con save.
Alrighty. Hellhound. Does a 10 make it?
No. They will be taking 9 cold damage.
Alrighty, the flame starts to shimmer as the frost starts to build on its muscular body.
That's all I can do.
Alrighty. Glasha is going to, yeah. Oh, by the way, Battlestorm, you are now in difficult terrain, and she is going to cast Crown of, yes. Since you're near her, she's going to cast Crown of Madness on you. So roll a and she is she's going to cast Crown of Madness on you. Roll a Wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
And she's join me, my love. And a jagged crown starts to appear and floats down on your head.
That is a 22.
You manage to swipe off to turn to save your mate at any cost. You swipe the Crown of Madness aside. And what else can she do? And I believe that would end her turn. Oh, and by the way, she is going to use going to move the face of the moon forward as a layer theme, and is shifted towards crescent moon. And suddenly you feel heavier as the gravity weighs it down. Your movement speed is halved. So that brings 4th movement speed in difficult terrain. Total. Any sneak attacks? Well, none of you rogue, so that doesn't matter. And that ends her turn. Alright, so Celeste. Yeah, Celeste, you're up.
Okay, I've burned through a bunch of spells myself, so I'm just gonna zap one of the hellhounds with Ray of Frost.
Let me check to see if hell. All right, so do you have any? Okay, so Ray of Frost.
Yep.
Attack or save?
Yeah, that's a spell attack. I rolled 16, so does a 24 hit.
Definitely.
All right, so that's going to be 2d8 cold damage. Papa needs a new para. All right, that's going to be 12 points of cold damage.
Alrighty.
Plus a 15, but because 3 radiant damage, because I still got radiant soul up.
That would make all the difference in the world. You hit it with another ray of frost. It starts to and its leg starts to tremble. Not only at the cold, but at the sheer amount of pain. It's barely holding on.
All right, that'll be my turn.
Ithros will fire a bow. Ithros fires a bow at the near dead hellhound, and okay, I believe that's a hit. Yes, indeed. That's okay. 9 plus 8, 17. Yes, indeed, that's a hit. And it takes 6 points of damage. An arrow lands on it. It whines, and he fires again. Also another 17. And with another arrow, it is down. And that ends his turn. Ilda will try to cast banishment to exercise the banishment, and she will have to be, and whoever is present will have to roll a charisma check. So give me a second. So sorry. This is so sorry about this. So give me a second. So book time. Almost got everything prepared. Almost. What's her spell save? Would anyone like to help her? Lonnie.
In what regard?
Sorry, what?
Okay, so banishment, and she's going to cast it at a higher level spell. No, not higher level spell.
Like, I would love to help, but there's no context given. Like, how am I supposed to help?
You can use her. I don't know. So mage. I'm gonna fudge the roll a little bit, just in case. Because the spell is a success, and you see some sort of like an after image, something that is leaving her body, or like twitches and convulses. Like twitches convulses as if something is leaving her body, being drained, as she maintains her concentration. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to be clear with you. I'm gonna fudge this because I think you deserve a happy ending. Would you agree?
Happy ending, yay!
You're not in clear now, but a happy ending is on the way. I'm being clear about this. Okay?
Okay.
And besides, everybody's all like almost down, so do you know what I mean? Do you understand?
Yeah.
Alrighty, your mate is now basically out of the fight. All that's left is that hellhound, and that ends her turn.
And luckily the hellhound, he ain't long for this plane.
Lonnie, what do you do now?
Oh, it's my turn?
Yes.
All right. Well, frostbite on the last hellhound. So con save.
Fails. Rolls a 4.
All right. That is 8 frost damage. Well, 8 cold damage.
Alrighty. Flies built on inspires you as the ray lands on its body.
And Lonnie's gonna chug another health potion because they're still uncomfortable with this current amount. So I get another 9.
Yeah, 24 hit points now, I believe.
Yep.
That be your turn?
Yep.
The Hellhound, unaffected by the terrain and the gravity, is going to make an acrobatics check to hop down, and will try to attack Ilda. Yeah, it's going to like hop down, make an acrobatics check. 13. So let me check. Nope. It falls and it tumbles, and it kind of tumbles, and it's now prone. And that ends his turn. Celeste, you're up.
Okay. Okay. Another ray of frost on the Hellhound, I guess. And it's going to be 18. That's a 26 on that attack roll.
Alrighty, that hits. Yeah. Actually,
The
I lied about the fudging. I altered Ilda's stats so she can Glasha fails on her save. So yes.
anyway, that's going to be 2d8 cold plus 3 radiant. Woo-hoo-hoo. We got an 8 and a 5, so that's 16 points of damage all day.
So what spell did you use again? Alrighty, so you threw another spell.
Like I said, that's 18.
Yeah.
That was 18. That was. Yeah, it was okay, yeah, that's 8 plus 5. That's 13 cold. Yes, yeah, plus 3 radiant, so that's 16 points of damage all told.
Alrighty, no. That was the close one. So. Yeah, the cold, it begins to become uncomfortable for the Hellhound as he tries to get up, finding it off.
It's gonna. Ray of Frost is also going to reduce its. Remember, Ray of Frost also reduces movement speed by 10 feet.
Alrighty, would that be your turn?
Yep, that'll be my turn.
Iltos is going to use his bow twice on the last Hellhound. Misses. That's a 12. That misses. A 19 hits, and he does 4 points of damage as the arrow grazes his spine, leaving behind a bit of a deep cut, and it bleeds even further. And that ends his turn. Orak?
Okay, so is it just the Hellhound left, or
Yes.
Where is the Hellhound?
It's on the other platform. You need to turn around and hop down, but since you're not on difficult terrain. Well, you're kind of difficult terrain, so you're kind of make a move there. So.
How far away is it exactly?
It's about 10 feet.
Oh, in that case, I'm just going to throw a javelin at it.
Okay. Roll with disadvantage because it's prone.
Okay. Yeah, well, the first roll was they're both 18. So yeah, that's
That hits.
25. 25 to hit. And that's 7 points of damage.
Alrighty. You threw the javelin and it lands on the side of the hellhound, and the blade digs into its flesh. It howls. It doesn't look like it will last much longer now. Would that be your turn?
I'm still staying close to Lani.
Alrighty. Yeah. You make your way. Yeah. Lonnie's on the other platform. You're.
Oh, sorry, not Lani. The woman who cast the magic circle.
She's. Ilda is also on the platform with Lonnie.
Ilda. I'm staying close to. Oh,
yeah.
right.
Okay. Yeah. Ilda is going to maintain her concentration, and that's it. That's her turn. Lonnie.
Same second verse, same as the first. Yeah, another. All I can do is cantrips at this point, so another frostbite. Constitution save.
20. Dirty 20.
Then they're fine.
That ends your turn.
Yep.
It's going to try to stand up. And tries to make its way towards you, and just and tries going to attack Ilda. No, I don't think Helen is close enough to Ilda, so that ends its turn. But but it is about 5 feet away. No, 10 feet away, but very close. And Ilda looks on a little nervously, and that ends its turn. Celeste, you're up. Celeste? Oh, crap. And suddenly, a lonely ring appears above her head, and she, is frozen still. Hang on a second, got a message,
They seem to be PC.
Yep, AFK. So, oh boy! Oh, it's a good thing there's the initiative order, and oh! There we go, Celeste. Can you hear us? Celeste? Hello? I'll give you a bit. You know what, Orc? Since Celeste is not responding, and you have to stay in initiative order, I'm gonna say you go on first.
Yeah, I chuck a javelin at the.
Another javelin? Go ahead.
I've got 5 of them.
Wait, Celeste is responding. Never mind. I'm sorry. No, Oric, this is your last. This is okay. So, Oric, I think you deserve the honor.
Yeah, I got disconnected for a bit, so what did I miss?
Literally nothing. But Oric's gonna go first before you, since you have the same initiative order. Would that be okay?
Okay. That's fine.
Oric. Go ahead.
Chuck the javelin.
Alrighty, roll your attack.
That's a 23.
Hits!
And that's the full 10 points of damage.
Alrighty. How do you want to... And since this is your final blow, how do you want to do this? Not only to the Hellhound, but... How do you want to... And how would you save Galasha?
Well, she's there's that shimmering image that is kind of suddenly appearing through this banishment, isn't there?
Yes.
So I chuck the javelin at the Hellhound without looking, dash towards Glasha, and I swing my great sword at this shimmering image, making sure to cast my final 2nd level Divine Smite at this thing.
Alrighty. Your sword glows, and you allow it. This is for the tribe. Is that what you want to say?
Yep. I would say not for the tribe, but for the. But for the Gash Kala.
And with the strike of your glowing sword, whoosh, you cut this figure in half, and dissipates. And Galasha simply falls to the ground slowly and lands gently. Her eyes closed. But she is breathing. Job well done. Okay, so give me a second while I Alright. You had your hands on her. You look at her with a smile and a sigh of relief. Would you be okay with that?
Yep.
But when you look at her, she appears to be unconscious. But for now, the tension in the air is gone. The platform joins with the rest, and the water is gone. And you look, and you have all but a moment yourself. And Ilda relaxes herself, tired, sweaty, and she just sits down with a smile, proud that she did all she could. All of you are beaten, except for Aurak. And I'm a little out of breath because, wow, this is an intense thing.
Celeste lands, her wings disappearing, and she is winded.
Aurak.
I'd help if I could, but I've only got 10 hit points worth of healing on my lay on hands left, and I'm kind of too busy with
Lonnie goes and hands Aurak her last two.
Celeste is back up to 32, but she's winded because she's burned through a lot. Because she burned through a lot of spells and key points. Yeah, you need 2 just to summon your astral self.
Yeah, hopefully that at least gets Aurak some amount of HP.
And when you look around, you find that there's another treasure hoard nearby. Tributes, mainly. Among those is 850 gold, an ivory mug with semi-precious stone inlay, which is worth 250 gold, and an onyx bracelet, which is which is worth about 250 gold. And a glass statuette, which is about 300 gold. and with all that settled, the researchers were free, and the Dragonborn mathematician Arkak regains consciousness. Although still a little bitter about this, but he looks away, grumbling, but says, I'm sorry. Yeah, I wasn't myself. As he regained consciousness as he passed by. And you carry your unconscious, your conscious wife.
Yeah.
So what do you say, Aurak?
Mission is done. I must return back to the demon wastes.
Lonnie, Celeste, what do you say to him?
Lonnie wishes them luck and was happy to be able to travel with them for they did.
Yeah. When you return back to the observatory, and apparently the Yetis have perished, stab wounds by the Dragonborn. That knife is deadly. Just like stab.
Celeste says the same thing to Auroch, by the way. Well, good luck and good hunting, my friend.
It's been emotional.
Yeah. However, the researchers came back to the natural cells, and they insist on you celebrating with them for one more evening. The atmosphere is a lot more kinder and more jovial. And food and drink
had me, and Celeste is all.
No,
well, he had me at celebrating.
Yeah. The next day, before you leave the village, a letter arrives from Laura, to Lonnie and Auroch. She has needed you at Stormhome in Undair. And she also sent another letter to you, Celeste, telling you that you deserve a break, and has lent you each of you a ticket for you to back to Sharon, Celeste, and a ticket for each of you to Undair in Stormhold. And Ilda and Pito, proud and grateful for your efforts, offers you 1,500 more gold. Yeah. It is now among you to split the rewards. And she still clutches her brooch, smiles, and just like, thank you, mother, for cutting me this. If enough for this, she trails off. Thank you. Thank you. And she says, and especially to you, Auroch.
You did good. Thank you for giving me hope.
We all need a little bit of hope these days. A leap of faith. Yeah. Although your wife has been exorcised, however, she has fallen into a coma, as you have noticed. As for Ito's wife, he points to you. He will take her back to Flanky, where the Silver Flame will help her. Will help find a cure for illness. Thanks to your efforts, and also been granted hope. As for your mate Auroch, although she has fallen into a coma. Yeah, although she has fallen into a coma, she appears to be in a bit of a blissful sleep, as if being carried by a loved one. It will be some time before she fully recovers. And with that, would you accept the next assignment from Laura? Yeah.
Or mission, should you choose to accept?
Should you choose to accept?
Should you choose to accept it? Celeste apparently she's gonna take that break. So she's probably she's misses at Joestar Manor.
Yeah, you go on the same lightning rail. It whistles, and it makes a stop at Stormhold, and Lonnie and perhaps Auroch takes their leave. What will you do with your wife, Auroch, over your character's wife?
Well, am I going with Lani, or am I going straight? Or am I going straight to the demon waste? That's the
I
question.
assume they're going to the demon waste.
Yeah, you're going. Yeah, you're going to the
Okay.
demon waste either way.
Okay.
Yeah.
We've got a cart, right?
Yeah, a cart, and
Well, yeah. I just lie her in the cart.
you'll probably have to. Yeah, it'll be up to you whether or not you would take her on your next adventure safely, and perhaps with a ward, so none of this would happen again.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I lay her in the cart anyway, and just watch over her as we travel along.
Yeah, travel along, and then you move on to the lightning rail, to your rooms. You set her on the bed, and you sit on the couch as the lightning rail takes you to Stormhome. By the way, let me check on the map. Core Fair, Eberron, Core Fair. I'm gonna take a look at the map. And with that, we bring this module to a close. So, how was it?
That was pretty. That was a bit of a nail biter. That.
Indeed. I'm going to see where Stormhold is on the map. On there, I don't see Stormhome. Yeah, Stormhome. Yeah, so you go on your way. You take you go your separate ways as Celeste takes her leave to
she's going back. She's going back to Sharn.
Lonnie,
Yeah, she lives in Skyway, where the ground is made of clouds.
yeah. So, Celeste, you really you kind of enjoyed it. What about the rest of you?
Yeah, it was a good battle for Aurak's story to mainly finish with. I mean,
Yeah.
it was
Well, yeah,
special.
and there's a bit of an epilogue with the next module at Death's Store, which will start you out in Stormhold and will take you, and will bring you to the Demon Wastes.
Look forward to that.
Yeah, I hope I did a good job.
Yeah, it was good. It'll be good to have Aurak's story come to a close.
Yeah, and again,
It was good to let him get some closure.
Indeed. Okay, Sound. Oh, so you take the next train over to Theost, Theost, which is still the usual riots and stuff. You safely take the carriage over. Yeah, not the carriage, but no, you go by airship. When you over to Stormhome, while Celeste takes the train, the lightning rail. I don't know. Whichever works.
Lightning rail back to Sharn, and then she'll have her dragonborn valet Rook waiting for her with a sky coach.
You do have a bit of feeling that you may go on yet another adventure to be continued with Celeste and possibly some new allies. Oh, so
Yay.
yeah, that was fun.
Wasn't it just?
Indeed. And I had to be honest, I was kind of nervous about pulling this off, but it was a good one. It had a bit of a happy ending, a little bittersweet, and I'm sorry for me about cheating a little with the dice. Thought I would like to give you a bit of a happy ending. No?
That's fine. The only thing I found it all irksome was my last spell slot not even getting a chance to be resisted. You just used legendary resistance on it.
Yeah, I really am sorry.
You didn't do a roll. It was like, oh, that was my last resources, and you just okay.
Yeah, one of my favorite finishing move spells just got counterspelled like it was nothing.
Unfortunately, that's what happens in D&D.
Yep.
Yeah, joke's on you, because she has counter spells.
Although I will say, for the sake of like player morale, try not to do jokes on you when you in conversation with.
Yeah, I
when
thought.
you counterspell someone.
I thought I was just trying to be funny. I really am sorry. I really am sorry.
Alright, guys, I'm
It's
gonna
okay.
head off.
Yeah. So,
Yep.
and with that, we're going to be rating someone. And again, really sorry for saying jokes on you. Just again, being funny. That's just how I was being funny. That was out of line. So.
It's all right. It's a learning situation.
Yep. So, and with that, we'll be closing the stream for the week. We'll be continuing this on Thursday with Oryx one last adventure at Death's Door. Because Bree will be taking a bit of a hiatus. So, have a good day, everybody.
Yep.
Oh.